word for now? What's the word? What y'all on, man? What y'all on? Hey, it's been a little minute. I gotta go back live for y'all. A nigga had COVID. I caught that shit again. Oh damn, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. I caught the vid, folks. I caught the vid last year in October. I caught the vid again this year. I mean, it was all bad. My mama passed away, all type of shit. But we back in it though, folks. We back in it on my granny. Look, look, I ain't gonna lie. It's some shit that I've been seeing that I ain't been making videos on. I've been passing up on them because the topic's crazy. I had to sit back and really look at it. And everybody been calling Bad Man Kevo a snitch. I ain't gonna lie. Even if you ain't been calling him a snitch, you thought it. But you know, 1090 Jakes, he did that due diligence, folks. 1090 Jake did that due diligence. He got down to the bottom of it. And did anybody in here see that 1090 Jake video? I know y'all seen that shit, bro. 1090 Jake got to the bottom of it. And everything that was said about Kevo pretty much was seen to be a lie. It had me looking because I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, I ain't gonna lie. Shorty could be a snitch. I ain't finna sit up here and say you can't just say nothing for no man just because he got money. But when he got to the bottom of it, the dude who sat down in front of that 1090 shot him. What I called him 1090 shot him. 16 shot him. Folks. They sat down in front of that camera and they lied for 60 minutes straight. They lied to you. They lied to me. And that shit was crazy. That show you that people, that us as bloggers, as this new age media, motherfuckers need to do their homework on a lot of people and a lot of shit. Like, I ain't even gonna cap. After I did my last live, I said something about this dude. I ain't even gonna say his name. He DM'd me and shit and wanted me to get to the bottom of his case and be like, yo, you could be the first blogger to clear my name. I'm like, you could do it yourself on my channel. We go live and he, nah, I ain't trying to do interviews right now and shit. And the case is a crazy case. And he was a minor when it happened. And so I'm not gonna just sit up here and do all that. You know what I'm saying? To clear your name is shit you got to do on your own end. Especially like, you know, I might end up telling y'all later on, but not right now. But they got to the bottom of that shit. And all I can pretty much say is we owe Kevo an apology when it comes to that. Somebody said he still BB Kevo. That shit. Yeah. I ain't gonna sit up here, you know, talk too much about another man's ass, but just that for a fact, yeah, man, them pictures you exposed 16 with that one. And the whole war, the whole little beef started over nothing. It started over nothing. That's crazy. Kevo did snitch at 16 because shout out to 90 Jake. He be focusing a little bit on Instagram. He got to the bottom of 16 case. 16 ain't do shit to no little girl, you know, allegedly and all this other shit. Gang, what's the word? Why you ain't been going live for a minute, folks? You ain't been going live for a little minute. What's the word with you, gang? Gotta shout out my boy. I ain't seen you in a minute, folks. But no, it's a real shit, bro. Nan one of them did none of that shit. And then it went so far. The whole beef went so fucking far on the internet. They embarrassed each other. It carried over to no jumper, and the shit ridiculous, man. But on some real shit though, I was sitting back and I seen what Prince Dre said. He was a little quick, tweet and delete. He got on what's his name? What's the word? What's the word, baby? But yeah, he got on 100K track ass, folks. And I gotta say this from the beginning, man. 100K track, he looked fishy, folks. When you look at the nigga, you know, he do kind of look like a sea fish, but I'm talking about the way he act. You know what I'm saying? He got into it with Jay Green. That was YNW Melly. They was once friends, and then they ended up falling out. And the way he was talking about Jay Green on the internet and shit, he wasn't really talking about him, but just his whole body reactions and his movements, folks. He don't look like he got other artists in his best interest, folks. Like, you got to think about it. The reason that he was trying to get motherfucking Moop and them lit because they was off that Vaughn wave. The wind up Bortland, his Melly little brother, that's all off the YNW Melly wave. He not really trying to grow artists, homegrown. Like when I see DQ, everybody signing him. Everybody that's with O Block, that's a rapper, besides all the young niggas, they signed the 100K track, and that's a management deal. That could fuck you up too if you decide to get no more control than what they supposed to have. You know what I mean? And now Prince Dre talking about he won't let him release music. He forged his signature. So, you know what I'm saying? The reason you tell us about that shit, man. The reason you telling us about that shit, you finna have to might as well just do this shit legally. You what you gonna do? Slide on a nigga? You already told the world what happened. You ain't gonna go shoot this nigga over some shit. And I feel like it's bad that it fucked his career up, but honestly, y'all ask yourselves, who the fuck Prince Dre, we fuck with him, but like who from O Block gonna actually like make it? Like a label invest, say Lil Mo. Lil Mo got a deal. He got what, $300,000 advance? Is anybody from O Block y'all think worth that? Real shit. Is anybody in there y'all think worth that? The reason they got them deals is because of King Von. So you gotta. I ain't saying O Block music trash, but I don't listen to that shit. Me per se, folks, I don't look up Prince Dre, DJ. I don't be looking up them niggas, folks. It's too many niggas. It's Top Money, D-Bands, folks. It's so many niggas rapping the O Block, and all that shit don't sound like nothing. No offense, to some people from O Block that follow me and shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't listen to none of that shit. It's like nobody, you know how they be getting on Ben Simmons' ass, folks? They be, what the fuck Ben Simmons doing every summer? The man's supposed to be practicing jump shots. Why the fuck these niggas sound like they be telling people on the interview, talking about some, yeah, man, I've been rapping for 5 years, 6 years. And this shit still sound the same for me. And don't nobody want to hear that shit, bro. Like, and I ain't, no offense. It got me kind of mad, man, because I clicked this new DQ song the other day. And matter of fact, let me look it up. Let me see what it is. I will react to it, but that's gonna be copyrights. But I clicked this DQ song because I want y'all to go listen to it, folks. DQ from the O. What it is. Attack. Go listen to DQ from the O. Attack. That shit don't sound like nothing. Nothing at all. Nada. I'm damn. He probably said a couple of catchy lines up in that shit, bro. But I don't want to make it seem like this O Block bashing their music because everybody got to try. But when I just seen Prince Dre complain about that, it's like you got to be lucky you got that deal. You signed all that shit. You know who you fucking with from the beginning. You know what I mean? Shit's sad. But the only reason you got that deal is because of King Von. So now it's up to you to drop hot music and keep it going and in the name of Von doing your shit. But I will never in my life say cut on that new DQ, that new Money Duke. Hell no. Hell no. I ain't cutting on the Money Duke, and I ain't cutting on none of that shit. But it's the same thing with all Chicago music. I want to take a little time to talk about that too. All Chicago music nowadays, this new drill shit, it don't sound like nothing that, and I could just sit up here and go down I'd be trying to get new artists a chance, bro. Like a lot of the new Chicago drill is not really that catchy to me. There's some rappers that's raw as fuck. But a lot of them not. Gherbo, the biggest drill rapper, and this nigga, they shooting at his concert. Now it was reported that they shot at Gherbo, folks. You feel me? That's what they saying. They shot at Gherbo, but you seen Lil Wet when they shot that nigga said, "Whoa, boy," he heard that shit. And it was straight flashbacks. I'm damn, folks. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad everybody okay. But it's pictures and shit of the nigga who let the shot go. He locked the fuck up. You know he finna catch a charge. He lucky it was just one shot, folks. And pretty much, why fuck is motherfuckers bringing a gun to a fucking concert anyway? It's just making drill look bad. Even if it wasn't for Gherbo and there was a nigga out there walking with his piece and shit, he dropped it. And now they're like, see, there's some white motherfucker like, see, this is why we don't come in here with the drill music. That's what they own now. And it's gonna be hard for you to. It was already hard for them to perform in certain places everywhere they go. And now you gotta deal with that shit, that shooting shit, man. And then, but you know what I was thinking about though? I know y'all seen that shit on Say Cheese. Charleston White. That nigga Charleston White, brother. He said, and this is the most calmest I ever seen Charleston White. Folks said, man, Shay Cheese asked him, would you go back to Chicago? He said, yeah, you gonna have to give me some Kanye West money. Nigga, you talking about motherfuckers gonna have to give you, you know you're not getting $1 billion. So what you want, $100,000 to come to Chicago? You know what I'm saying? And then motherfuckers ain't asking him how much he got paid, but he insinuated he got a bag from DJU. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Build your brand shit. If you got the bread, drop that shit. Wrong one. Hold on, wait. Is this the one? That's the one. If you got the bag, folks, drop that shit. But now, this is the humblest I ever seen him. He said, I had some friends from the FBI call me and tell me they was tapped in. I'm listening to all that shit, bro. I'm like, nigga, you just set up here and literally said, fuck these people daughters. You said, fuck these people daughters. Fuck, you hope the kids die. You hope people die and there won't be no more Chicago niggas breeding, all type of shit. You come here, and I ain't saying you got to be like, yeah, nigga, I'm here. Woo, woo. But when he got into it with Soldier Boy, the nigga was all in people videos and shit like, yeah, we at the clothes store. Yeah, nigga, we at the mail. Niggas approached him, he maced them. Now, me personally, I wouldn't mace no another grown man, but Charleston White is 50 years old. I be having to remember that. So I'm like, was he this scary when he was in his 20s? Because in his 50s, this shit looking bad. You looking like all that locked up for a murder, shot myself in the eye. All that shit he be talking about in interviews and shit, bro. I be like, damn, he talking like he was living that type of life. And then as the years went on that he's been getting high, he a straight snitch. And I'm like, damn, you got booked for a murder. See, this is my thing about Charleston White, DJ Academics, and people like that, folks. Is they don't understand the other side of why people do it. Everything is looked at as cornery, buffoonery, stupid shit, niggas, niggatry. Damn, you two gonna throw that ass. But they don't look at the other side of why sometimes people do that shit. And there's no good excuse for killing people, robbing people, none of that shit. But it's all about the environment you come from. And we know that it's a cliche answer. It's all about where you was raised, but it's up to you. It's up to you, Rico. They can make that decision. You're right. But if a motherfucker not used to having a job, put it like this. They jump off the porch, 14. They hustling, robbing people all the way up to they 20, 25, 24, getting locked up for gun cases, drug cases. They trying to get the PPPs. And now they going to get a job. They not used to doing it. I got a lot of friends who quit their jobs. They get their jobs, and it, hey, shit. If my homie Tello in this audience, bro, hey, Tello, my boy, he used to that street shit. He used to some hot shit. He be on some hot shit. And a job, it don't be sometimes that hard of a job, but it's like, man, fuck this. I could go do this again and just pray you don't get caught. And then people act like they don't understand that, even though it's not you doing it, but you come from that neighborhood, you come from that environment, your homies, you probably been in some situations. And academics ain't never been through nothing. He don't got no friends that did shit like that or even did shit like that himself, rolling a stolen car. So he can't explain to you why getting in trouble fun. He can only tell you why getting in trouble bad and these black people stupid. It's never an understanding of both sides. That's why I don't like niggas like that, bro. And it's hard for me to like even without just listen to a lot of other bloggers because I support everybody. But it's certain ones you got to really listen to. And you be like, okay, I know I got a little understanding that you come from this type of environment. I don't want to hear no cookie cutter ass shit, bro. Like, you feel me? They act like they don't understand what was really going on. They act like they really don't fucking understand what's going on in the trenches. They've got to be somebody tapped in to talk about that shit. It don't matter what you did, you know. You can't condemn. Everybody want to talk about how Chicago's so bad. They condemning it. But why is people like me and other people out here still alive and shit like that, bro? You just gotta. Everybody don't die, and it's just how the media portray shit, man. That's why I don't like Charleston White. If he was talking all that hoorah shit with an actual moral and some principles, I could get it a little bit, but he not. He's saying fuck people, children, and he been last time I talked about this nigga because I don't want to make it sound like I'm bashing nobody, but the nigga talking about some fuck people, children, and just all this other shit. Come to Chicago, get humbled. But you supposedly did a lot of years for a murder. Your brother booked for life. You come from that. I thought, but anyway, get them people up out of here. It got to be somebody that understand both sides, bro. For real, man, for real. But one thing that's hard to understand though, I ain't gonna cap. This Money A-Roy situation, folks. That whole thing, you know what I'm saying, folks? Like, I did a video on it. It got a lot of views. It did what it did. And when they did, I was like, damn, man, I hate this shit happening. And they supposedly whooped the girl who recorded it. And then just everything that played out, it got so silent and shit. And now it was to the point people was like, man, he ain't do that shit. You can't say it was him. Look at the camera. Everybody got dreads. Everybody got just like this out the band. You can't say it was mom. And then this shit, that's how it got quiet. And it was good. It was silent. And then out the blue, folks. I guess this nigga really A-Roy brother. They said, I don't even want to say who was that, man. Y'all know who supposedly was the 4 people that was fighting. They was there fighting. And shit, y'all seen everything that happened on the camera. But the nigga, supposedly A-Roy brother, came out and said just went straight for him. I think that was the first person to do that besides bloggers and other media outlets on the internet. The nigga said, you got your ass whooped. A-Roy put a whooping on you when you did the whole ass shit, man. And I'm, damn, this shit finna, I'm like, I know man ain't gonna respond to this shit. This is self-incrimination at its finest. He baiting you, folks. He baiting you so the police can snatch your ass up. And the nigga responded. The nigga responded in the most careless way, man. Talking about it's fucking, I'm trigger happy. I'm THF because I'm trigger happy too. And just, you watched your brother die. I just, all this other shit. I was quiet reading it. And I'm wondering if, and is everybody else reading this shit like me, folks? In absolute amazement. I couldn't believe it. Like, you really admitted to the shit. And and I got to beat around the bush because this is the thing. They're going to call bloggers snitches for talking about shit they put on YouTube. Shit that I literally could YouTube, Google it, whatever, Reddit, whatever you want to do. Y'all put it out there. And we put it on it like, yeah, as many people wouldn't have found it if you ain't say nothing. So now it's in the spot where I was like, damn, I got to tip. I don't want to say this. I don't want to say that. Because it's true. You got to just be careful. Let them do the snitching on this. Y'all see the shit. But anyway, bro, after all that shit happened, it made me think about the Durkee situation. Stan, what's the word, Stan? On phone. I told you I had COVID. I had all the other shit. I got to stop saying COVID. But yeah, I had that. But low key, I thought about that Durkee situation. I'm thinking about that Durkee situation with the motherfucking with the whole Mon situation. Cause it's like they made us relive the shit. Yeah, a lot of people don't be getting notifications Stan on phone. Be doing that shit. It's like a shadow ban. I posted some shit, they ain't like it, and they cut off notifications. I just don't be caring, bro. But yeah, I caught that shit. But anyway, Mon and Durkee, I'm like, man, people could say if Vaughn was still alive, then the shit wouldn't happen. But this is what people don't get. This shit is everywhere in Chicago. You hear me? Everybody snakes, and it's so cliche. Because that's what they say. It's killers in every hood. It's snakes in every hood. Everybody do this and that. But in Chicago, these niggas out here, if anybody from here, they can attest to this. Niggas would take their homie gun, steal money out their pockets when they off Zans and shit, fuck each other bitches, literally about to threaten each other to kill each other because niggas, they'll fight, but they be sometimes niggas scared of each other, folks. And niggas will do all that and forgive each other and kick it around each other. And that's weird. That's real weird to me, bro. Like, here, how could you forgive a nigga that's so snaked out because you snaked out? And there's a lot of that shit that go on here, bro. But the shit with Durkee, everything started to come out. Y'all know I interviewed him last week. I know a lot of y'all probably got that notification. I don't know if y'all did. But I interviewed Durkee last week. There's a lot of shit that he ain't say on my interview. And he was like, I don't understand. It's lazy. He said it on his live, which I'm glad he did. He took his time. He did it on his own time. You feel me? But everything that was said after that shit, that was some more. Somebody said this to me. I gotta hey Stan, appreciate you. Appreciate you, gang. That's love on folks. You ain't had to do it. I ain't asked for it, but you did it. I appreciate that. But on some real shit, the nigga, they went live, and somebody said this today. He commented on some shit because he got mad. I said something about Chicago niggas. He was like, You talk about like Chicago niggas so tough, but all y'all do is kill somebody or do crimes and get on live and snitch. That's exactly what they do. I couldn't do shit but laugh. I was just, you right. You right. Because the shit that happened after that, I guess it was Durkee and Switchy folks. Durkee and Switchy they got on live and they pretty much was calling each other snitches. Durkee said Ty Money snitched on the nigga that said he A-Word brother. I think that was him. And shit, Switchy said Durkee snitched. Dirk, that shit damn the tongue tied me up. He said Durkee snitched, telling the pastor, telling his mama. He said that his mama was calling the police. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck motherfuckers got going on or what's the truth. But they saying Durkee told the pastor that be sleeping on the roof in the winter and shit. Y'all ever seen him? He be on. I think he be right across the street from Oakland. He be down there somewhere. He said Durkee told the pastor. And apparently everybody they was trying to get the chain back, and Durkee mama called the police. And it was just all types of dirt being exposed. And I was like, why we need to know that? You know what I mean? Even though you could say as a blog or whatever else, me or people else that's do that blog and shit watching this, we reporting on it, but is there ever a time where motherfuckers be like, why is you posting this? You know what I'm saying? Like the shit ridiculous. The shit you got on her, and I seen Durkee eye a little bit. He said that Durkee wasn't pistol whipped. Durkee told us he was pistol whipped. You know, he said that, and then he said he was pistol whipped, but they got on live and said pretty much he was just punched. And I'm looking at all this shit that's going on. I'm like, if the police involved in the case, why you want her saying all that shit? You know what I mean? And all that shit go back to that. If Vaughn was alive, do y'all think some shit would have happened? Like if Vaughn was alive, bro, everything, I feel like this shit would have still happened. You can't stop everybody from being snakes. Y'all trying to tell me Vaughn would have just beat everybody like if everybody got out of line? Do y'all think he would have took that responsibility? I don't know. I feel like he fucking around would have been down for that duck case. Who knows? You fucking around would have been down for that duck case. The nigga fucking around would have been, if he got away from that, he would have been in Atlanta. He had some shit going on. You couldn't even really escape that shit, bro. But I'm not gonna lie, man. Some other shit I seen, he said what? Stay with a snake Vaughn. Oh yeah? You think somebody with a snake King Vaughn? That's what y'all think? Cause shit. Yeah, it would have been consequences, but like, y'all think somebody would have really snake King Vaughn? I don't think they would have did that. Ain't nobody doing that shit, bro. Ain't nobody gonna snake King Vaughn. They would have known better than that. I ain't gonna lie to you. He the money. I just, you know what that mean? It just made me think of some shit. You know what that just made me think of, bro? The reason they snake Durkee is because they probably didn't respect him. And that's no offense to Durkee. I don't know what he did in the streets. He signed a deal and all that good shit. I don't know what's going on. But I don't think they had the same level of respect. Nowhere near King Vaughn, of course, but you know, it's certain people that do certain shit from each areas, folks. Like, you know who gonna be the stepper, you know who get the money, you know who do the drugs, you know who got the bitches. It's rare that somebody doing all that shit, but it's different levels of motherfuckers just being from over here. Like, you over here every day, you know motherfuckers know you ain't gonna let nobody bitch you, but I don't think they would have did that to King Vaughn because it's different levels of respect. Hell, shit, you feel me? It got to be some type of hierarchy in that bitch. I know everybody in there that motherfucker just run around reckless. What the fuck, money do? Whatever the fuck. The shorty just running rampant, folks. And from what I heard, I ain't gonna lie, it's supposed to be a little friction between the younger motherfuckers block and the older ones. And I can't sit there and quote that. I can't say everybody that tell me something is a reliable source. It'd be motherfuckers that when I ask them, what time is it? They might lie about that shit by a couple minutes because they don't want to tell me. You can't trust motherfuckers to tell you, bro. But all that shit is wild. That shit is wild. But he said, really, everywhere they releasing all the killers of 2023. I don't know about that, bro. Everybody talking about the Chicago purge shit. I don't think they finna just be releasing killers, man. They ain't finna be doing no stupid shit like that. It's finna be certain, like, I guess, like manslaughter, just like different shit like that. They might have be eligible for a low bond, like no bond or whatever it is. But I don't think they finna just release motherfuckers. What you trying to tell me? They're gonna hell no. But hey, hey, I seen something about that. Like I think it was like some other shit on the what the fuck? Fendi boy. I heard Fendi boy, he been getting assaulted. I ain't been seeing no proof. You know how when I be like when I do a video, I want to put like a little clip or a picture or something up in there. If I ain't seen no proof of that, I don't be want to make a video about it. I'm scared to just be like, man, I don't want to just go off and ain't shit happen to him. He and PC just scared. But apparently, folks, he been getting fucked up in that, man. And we seeing it coming. What else can I tell you about this shit, folks? What else can I tell you? You thought Fendi Boy was gonna get locked up and stand tall? His main excuse, if Fendi Boy get out of whatever, folks. Fendi Boy main excuse, he finna say, watch this, folks. Lil J was in PC. I'm a high priority target too. That's what he finna say. Lil J done started that shit. Well, when niggas go up in there for, they finna just say it was like that. But man, Fendi Boy and that bitch getting beat the fuck up on Ada. You hear me? The shit wild. I don't even understand how that happened. Fendi Boy getting around. Like, ain't nobody gonna beat him, man. Ain't nobody gonna touch Fendi Boy besides the motherfucking. The only people that's gonna touch him is the motherfucking the inmates, if that happen. I don't think nothing really gonna happen to him too much. But all I know is when Fendi Boy was out, he was doing goofy shit. And he owned up to that goofy shit. That's the crazy part. You know, motherfucker crazy when they do some club goofy shit up up a BB gun on camera, do all that stupid shit, and admit that he had fake guns, and then he turn around and admit it. I don't know how people could support him. I don't know how people could support him. And he was supposedly cool with 051 at one point. You feel me? The correctional officers are not mean in jail. Man, who knows? But all I know is that's some sick shit. That's some sick shit if you really did that. And it seems like there's been a lot of cases of that shit, bro. Like, as far as with famous people. Usually, I ain't gonna lie, no offense to the Caucasian people, but that's some shit that people go on in every community, but like the famous people, I've been seeing that coming from, the famous rich side, but that happens in every community. Everybody knows somebody that was touched or something like that as a kid. You can't trust your children around no other grown person. I don't advise you do that, but people do it all the time. And just to even speak on that crack shit, I heard THF Crack been in that motherfucker fighting like a motherfucker. He be getting shit busting. You hear me? Not Vaughn. Crack went in that bitch getting shit busting. And that's only because I guess he's the type that'll fight for himself. Fendi went to PC, cracking up fighting. But any kind of charge against a young child, assaults, all that shit is ridiculous, man. I don't understand how you can look at a child and want to harm them. But that just comes from goofy people, man. And the truth gonna be revealed. Everybody want to blame the women for everything. Like it's just like motherfuckers don't lie on Fendi Boy. Fendi Boy out here lying on his motherfucker self. How Fendi Boy gonna do that shit, bro? Yeah, he in PC. On Ada. Straight in PC. Straight in PC, bro. And the shit, I don't know, man. The shit's so ridiculous. It's to the point that it's still people supporting him. I be reading shit in the comment section and shit. They want to blame the women. I seen that a lot of times, like the women lying on Fendi Boy, like they got something to gain. Like he's just the biggest rapper that come from drill of this era, fuck. No. Hell no. Hell no. What's the word, Walk? What you on about? So I don't know how the fuck he survived that long. He in PC, protective custody. He in protective custody, folks. It don't get no worse than that. And if he end up getting his ass whooped in PC, then where else they gonna put his ass? Then you gonna have to go in solitary confinement for a minute. You get what I'm saying? The shit ridiculous. But I don't want to sit here and spend most of my time talking about no damn rapist. The shit brings bad vibes. Like you see, it make your face frown up and shit. You be just mad to see her talk about that shit. But I do gotta sit up here and say, bro, for the ones who ain't catching the beginning, Bandman Kevo, he was proven to not be a snitch. Shocked the fuck out of me. I thought the nigga at least said something. The way dude was trying to make that deal sound like Kevo took that plea, I'm like, damn, Kevo gonna have to show his papers. He never showed his papers, and he did, folks. And it was really just the only nigga that was really doing the snitching was the two niggas in that video. The only niggas that snitched. Kevin ain't say shit. All just nothing, bro. Just nothing. And it's y'all. That made me sick. Motherfuckers who tell a lie and believe it. That's some real crazy shit. If a motherfucker get on in your face, they sit in your face and tell you a lie, and they believe it, stay the fuck away from them, bro. Stay the fuck away from them. The motherfuckers got bipolar. They got something going on in the mental health community, in I guess in African Americans. People don't discuss it a lot, but that shit real, bro. There's people out here who can't read. It's sad. Be careful, bro. On Ada, be careful. But something I want to talk about too, though. Since I was talking about the Gherbo shit a little earlier, that motherfucking Cairo. Everybody want to get on. I seen the shit with Cairo, bro. Did he really? They say he went to the McDonald's on 79th. If he did, he obviously was protected. He was well protected, bro. But I just think I thought he was in a regular McDonald's. I don't see. I got a homie. Shout out my homie Bill. He live over there. That's a rough looking ass area. That whole from Escalona, just the whole exchange all throughout East, bro. You feel me? It's ridiculous. That shit look dangerous. So just the fact that you were now, but hey, my homie he got DMs and shit. He be out there. Caroline be on their block. And you got to be careful when you do shit like that. Just because you playing with your life, people signed up for that shit. But if something was to happen to Cairo, everybody's gonna say he asked for it. He trolling Drake. He trolling LMB Drake. He asked for it. But what you expect? You think a motherfucker gonna be happy when the nigga die? You think a nigga gonna make Chicago Legends Part 2 and then add a nigga to it? They gonna mock each other, and they know what come with that shit, man. And that's why when I said earlier, motherfuckers got to understand both sides of the thing. You can't sit up here and get mad at Cairo. I'll be seeing that in everybody comment section. This nigga stupid. He asking for death. He asking for death. Yeah, all this other shit. But if he die, everybody else gonna be celebrating. It's even fans that love one side so much, they really got a hatred for Cairo and Cairo ops, vice versa, and shit like that. I don't understand how you could be a fan of another man like that. You could be a supporter, but it's people out here, bro, that attack a rapper because they fans of a nigga. The shit real. He said, "Oh, bro, he think he too cool for any hustle. He should be making shirts, etc. and shit." On Ada, Cairo could do shit like that, bro. He funny as hell, and he say his jaw went broke. But hey, no disrespect to Cairo, folks. His jaw was a little fat. I ain't gonna lie to you. On my granny, for years, when I used to smile and shit, I'd be damn, his jaw fat. Maybe he got it broke and he ain't get it fixed. Because when Zoo got his jaw broke, Zoo ain't get that shit fixed. Now he should look crooked. My face should look crooked. Motherfuckers got it. But I wanted to speak on that shit, bro, because if Cairo, I don't know why he's still in Chicago, folks. Nigga, you done made it. You did. Everybody that got a little clout in the city, you did it. You could, if you can make money off your name, Chicago not even really fun no more. Like going out to lounges, bars, clubs, that shit be getting boring sometimes, folks. When he be doing that shit, bro, like when I be going out, it be kind of boring, folks. Like I'll be going to bars and shit. I'll be popping out every weekend, bro, and I'll be damn, this shit boring. I'll be thinking about it, it's like it's actually time to move, and not even because I think I'm somebody or nobody like that. It's nothing really here. It's time to go exploring shit. And that Gherbo situation, bro. The way they trying to come at Gherbo like he ain't do nothing, you can't get mad at him for all that shit because there's certain things, there's certain people that you got to really like think about. Just support him all the way. You think everybody from No Limit buddy with Gherbo? You think everybody from O Block was buddy with Chief Keef? Hell no. People gonna pick the people that showed them the most love or that they really want to see win to make it. And then they're gonna look at it like shit. I put him in position. It's up to him because I can't really do it because of this and that. And I feel like Herb be doing a lot of that. And the people that ain't really seeing that side, they the ones who mad. You know what I mean? You can't get mad about another nigga for holding their money. But you can think about this. If everybody you've been rapping about for years, you say killers and all that shit, don't you think it's right? You should get a ass, like, at least put them in a position where they could not be in the hood to get killed. You put their names out there, their faces out there. So if they in the hood, they get caught in the hood. It's up to them if they go to jail, but you got to show people better. Like I be telling people sometimes, they always want to ask me, folks, what you think about this violence? What you think of sir? There's always an older motherfucker want to ask a young nigga that to see what we gonna say. And I always say, you got to show kids difference. You got to show them early. You know what I'm saying? You got to really show them like some programs and shit like that. There's all different types of shit. Like even if you're fortunate enough to move around and not be like struggling as you're moving, if you're fortunate to move around and see a lot of different sides of the world, if you come back to the city, like all that shit, like that'll make motherfuckers think different. It'll show them different outlooks of life. And not even just saying about myself, but I know kids like the ones I know that I say live in Oak Park and come to the West Side with they daddy in the summer. They end up growing up a little different. You know what I'm saying? Compared to somebody who just stuck in this one situation. You know what I mean? I ain't even gonna lie. You got to start off with the kids because adults stuck in their mindset. Adults, they stuck in their motherfucking ways. You can't tell an adult, like I just explained to y'all earlier, if a motherfucking been robbing, selling drugs, doing all this other shit since they jumped out the porch. When it's time to get a job, they not gonna know how to do that. It's gonna be shit they don't know how to do, and they not gonna feel like they gonna feel kind of like I ain't gonna say people. They're gonna feel like I can't do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to get it out the way without assaulting people. You know, motherfucking, they gonna feel like they can't do that, and all they can do is that other shit. And if you take a kid who ain't seen that, who ain't did that shit yet, by the time they get to that age, they still gonna do it if you living in the hood. But they just seen other shit they might want to do, and it's you don't know what a kid might do, folks. Pretty much, folks. Parents got to take vacations to show the kids every culture. Nah, bro, you got to think about what if a motherfucker broke. You got to think about people that's broke. Oh no, wait, wrong one. You got to think about what if people broke, man. You can't afford. You know how much it costs. My homie, hey, shout out my homie, man. He called me not too long ago talking about shit. It's gonna be 800 round trip for we'll out the band for us to do this. I'm like, all right, that's cool, motherfuckers, come up with that. But what about a kid, a parent, a woman with 6 kids don't really got a job? It's shit like they call it quality time. I ain't gonna get too deep into the topic, bro. But it's shit they call like quality time and all that other shit that you can really do with kids, man. Like you can really, like I seen my mama show bad kids love and shit when we've been like relatives and shit. And the little boy might cuss his mama out, but if my mama say stop that, that's bad. Say your mama sorry. He'll say that just because she, you know what I'm saying? It's weird, bro. It's weird. I watch my mama do that shit, like nurture the bad out of kid, and I'm just like, damn, mom. You know what I'm saying? Felt like I my mama. I love her to death. She ain't even really put her hands on me. It was my grandma doing that shit like that. Like my OG was believed in a different type of upbringing and shit. And I'm damn. It's weird. A lot of parents whipping their kids for nothing. Like, oh, I could expose some people. But it's people out here who beat the shit out their kids for pissing in the bed instead of teaching them better. Beat the shit out their kids, folks. Just beat them, slap them. You know, I told you not to. This kid like 6'5", been getting his ass whooped like this for a year. You feel me? Now you see the little boy piss in the bed. His cover's missing because he balled him up, put him under the bed. He's scared he'll get his ass whooped. It's man, you got to show these kids better, gang. You got to really show these kids better. And look, and that's how I'm gonna end it because I gotta get out of here. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta go bust this move. I just want to chop it up with y'all for a minute. I will be back. Y'all know how we do this shit. I'm gone.